We're looking forward. Ball game here Saturday at 12:20. Tennessee Volunteers coming in, and should be a big crowd. I think we've sold practically all the tickets, and I know our fans will be ready to scream and yell and cheer for the Gamecocks. We're very healthy at this time of year. Almost everybody's available to play, so we're in position to go play these guys. Tennessee has had somewhat of a struggling year. They look very good at times. Their personnel on defense, we were just talking, looks as good as anybody we played, really, maybe better than some teams, but they seem to have not played very well the second half, the entire team. But anyway, they're certainly very capable, and we got to play well to beat these guys. I think since South Carolina, we've joined the conference in '92. I think we've only won 3 times in about, 17, 18 years, something like that. So we're going to try our best to beat them, and then get ready for the next one. But should be a heck of a game here Saturday at 12:20, high noon, and looking forward to it. Any questions?
Steve, are you okay with the way the SEC is dealing with helmet-to-helmet hits, and does it diminish at all the way defenses play?
I don't know. You'll have to ask the commissioner that. The commissioner rules on those type helmet-to-helmet suspensions, and I saw a couple in some ball games this past week that it'd be interesting to see if there is anything done on that. But we're all for player safety, and something we're always striving for.
Based on Tennessee's struggles this year, does history really factor much into this game, even though USC's only beaten them 3 times?
Oh, it always factors into the game. History always factors into everything. A little bit, not completely, but we're preparing like most all of our games this year, and we're not trying to overhype any one game. We're just trying to get ready to improve and play a lot better than we did last week. Had some good breaks to beat Vandy. Scored two of our touchdowns were scramble plays, and we didn't play extremely well. Had several penalties here and there that could have been costly. Missed a very makeable field goal. So we got to play a lot better if we're going to continue having a chance to have a big year this year.
Are you gratified personally when you see the numbers? You've got guys, Steven, Alshon, Marcus, nationally ranked in offensive categories. Does it make you feel good to be turning up? That's just part of trying to win games. That's just something for you sports writers to talk about. What's neat about all those guys is that they're very good team players. Marcus and Alshon and Steven, I've never heard them talk about individual stats or anything. So they're out there trying to win the game, do whatever they can to win the game.
Steve, it's been said that in the beginning, specifically the Vanderbilt game, that maybe you weren't calling all the plays. Were you guys doing something different with the
We had a little bit of a community system working a little bit. But, yeah, I called a lot of them. I didn't call all of them, but we've got sort of a system there that we're all on the headset and so forth.
Was that different than normal? And why?
It was a little different. It was a little different, yeah, but not a whole lot different. When we look for a run, Coach Elliott usually looks at what he thinks has the best chance and so forth.
And you took over at some point. Did you take over all the play calls?
Last week?
Yes.
No. We still had sort of a. First of all, I really think the coach who spends most of the time with the quarterback probably should be the play caller. I really think that. So GA was sort of the main guy there, and with input from the rest of us. But he was, which was a little different from what we've been doing. But I like that because he talks to Steven in between plays, in between series, and so forth.
Coach, with Tennessee using so many freshmen, is that
So many freshmen? I heard they had 10 senior starters on that team. I read that somewhere. But I guess they got some other young guys, too.
Throughout the year, they've played 16 true freshmen. Can that be a recipe for disaster?
Well, I guess it is a little bit, but we all play a lot of freshmen. Heck, Ace Sanders and Marcus Lattimore, they're freshmen out there. You guys haven't written that they're true freshmen. But, you know, if they're good players, doesn't matter if they're freshmen or seniors. It just depends on how they play, really. And, yeah, I don't have the answer for anything, but worried about our team. You know, we've got some good freshmen, we got some good seniors, and so forth. And we try to put the best players out there regardless of what year they are in school.
Were you pleased to see Coach? Were you pleased to see Brian Maddox and Torrey Gurley step up without Marcus in the lineup and kind of prove you guys really do have enough depth to make a run in this division?
Yeah, Brian Maddox had some nice runs in there, and finally had a little running room. Kenny just did not have much room there, but Kenny did recover a Torrey fumble early in the game there. That was ruled a fumble, and Kenny Miles got on it. Excellent play there. Stephen Garcia fell on the wild snap, the high snap we had, and Seth Strickland got the blocked field goal. So we prevented a major disaster on those plays a little bit. So that was good to see. Our guys on offense can recover fumbles. Now we're trying to get our defensive guys to get their hands on some fumbles and not bat them around, sort of like we've been doing. So that's an area we're working on, trying to get more turnovers.
Coach, were you pleased with the change-ups you made in the secondary coverage?
Yeah, we were more in position. It was a little bit more simplified for the players. And, again, Vandy obviously doesn't throw the ball as well as Kentucky. But still, our players had very few errors in assignment compared to the week before.
Steve, do you ever have any input on a punt return and kick return, and could there be another switch up this week?
No, we decided late there that later in the week that they wanted to put Ace back there. But I was for Ace earlier in the year, and then Stephon. Either one was fine with me. But Ace caught everything. He caught everything, and what we have to do is just try to give him an opportunity to return the punts. Vandy. They covered better than we did, and they held up better than we did. So either they got better athletes on special teams than us, or are they playing with more effort, one or the other. I don't know what it is, but we need to, hold up the other team and give our punt return guys a chance. I think we lost something like about 150 or 60 yards in the punt exchange last week. That's not, in a close game, that could cost you.
Kickoff return was television.
I think Sherm is our guy back there right now. He seems to catch it and get forward and so forth.
Steve, how do you think play calling has gone this year? Has it been pretty satisfactory to you, and maybe what prompted that to kind of go more toward GA?
Oh, I don't know. It just, I guess the second half at Kentucky was a little discouraging with everything that happened. But anyway, we offensively, third downs, we're almost leading the nation in that as far as making 55%, right around there, 54, 55. And we've been scoring instead of kicking field goals. Hadn't kicked a field goal in 3 or 4 games, just attempted 1. So we've done pretty well in those areas, and actually the offense has played pretty well compared to years prior. It's playing a lot better than at this time last year because we have the ability to run the ball somewhat. So we got a good team that if we can play a little bit better, we got a chance to do some good stuff this year.
Steve, when you're recruiting a guy like Marcus or anybody with a lot of talent at running back, do you emphasize the fact that you'll get to run in a league like the SEC where there's been some legends at running back?
Oh, we don't talk about the legends. We always talk a little bit about opportunity to play. If you can earn the right to play or earn the right to start, we give everyone that chance. So with Marcus here, if we sign another running back, he'll probably know that guy's got a chance to come in and beat him out. Nothing is just given. You sort of earn your way every year. That's the way I've always tried to coach. And the good players, they like that. They don't want anything given to them. They want to earn it year in and year out.
Were you happy enough with the way the play calling went against Vandy that that's how it will continue? And were you doing, to make sure I'm correct, were you doing most of it coming into the Vandy game?
I was doing most of it prior to the Vandy game, and I decided a little change up might be best for us. Okay, but I was still, had the sheet and inserted one anytime and so forth. And that's how we're going to go right now. I spent a little bit of time on pass defense last week here also, so I wasn't with the quarterback all week the way Coach Mangus was and so forth. And hopefully our pass defense is sound and we know what we're doing now. So there was. And now I'm going to try to help out that punt return team a little bit. We lost, I think we had minus yards on punt returns. That's pretty sad. Yeah, minus yards on punt returns. We can't even catch it and run forward a couple of yards. We either fair catch or run backwards. That doesn't make sense, does it? So we're going to try to get a little bit better on punt returns.